Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video with going into the next SBR stage in the new batch. I mean, technically it's not the next. I mean, I will do Team Bardock, but I'm going to do it last just because, I mean, there's no alternative to this. It's just you take the Team Bardock team and you do it or you don't. I mean, they will probably end up getting all easy A's just like the Ginyu Force from the 350 million download celebrations. I mean, if you're finding it too difficult, or maybe you just can't be bothered to do it right now, or maybe RNG is just not in your favor. I don't think it'd probably be overly difficult to do. I mean, you could probably wait and then at some point they'll get easy A's just like the Ginyu Force did. So there is that, I guess. But I'll save them to a last just because, as I said, it's pretty much you do it with Team Bardock or you don't. And of course, Inhuman Deeds, this team I'm going to be taking, I do have the LR Vegeta and Nappa, which is of course the lead. Which, I mean, if you have them, by all means take them. I mean, there's a lot of great options on this team. I'll say a lot of great. There's a lot of pretty good options on this team. Obviously, there's some outstanding ones. I mean, you've got LR Full Power Freezer from 350 mil, both LR Brolys, the Dokkan Fest Broly, which I've got to admit, I fall under this category of a lot of people, including myself, forget this guy even exists. I don't know why. There's also the Easy A Tech Freezer, you've got the Easy A Tech Golden Freezer, you've got the Easy A AGL Golden Freezer, you can run both of them on the same team, you've got MVP, I call him MVP 17, but it's actually of Easy A Super 17. Who else is there? Potentially this Freezer here with the guard. Is there any more? This guy isn't bad, to be fair. Probably better options though. This is a team I'm going to take. If you're wondering why I'm actually not taking an Inhuman's deal, I am taking an Inhuman Deeds team. But if you're wondering why I'm not running the LR Vegeta and Nappa, purely because they're not that great. And it's funny because I bought them with coins just because it was an LR I was missing and Vegeta was in it. But yeah. It's not sort of the best reason as to why you would kind of use gold coins specifically as well, you know, the harder to obtain coins. It's not really the best reason for getting a unit of gold coins, but I mean, at the end of the day, as I said before in the Should You Summon videos, Dokkan's a single player game, so you know, do what you want. So yeah, probably wasn't my best purchase or pickup with gold coins, or probably with coins in the entirety since the coin mechanic has been in the game. Yeah, probably not one of my smartest moves, but I'm a Jeets fanboy, so a unit with Jeets I have to have. So like that's kind of my thing, having the Jeets units, having them, well, hopefully eventually one day maxed out, giving them stickers, you know, all that type of stuff. But yeah, probably not my best pickup. I mean, because the one time they're probably like majorly useful. Funny thing is, I'm not using them. I mean, as I said, by all means, if you do have them, or if you like them, or you want to use them, but yeah, if you do have them to run the Inhuman Deeds team, by all means, use them. But I mean, this is an alternative if you don't want to use them, like me, because they're not very good. And also, if you do not have them as the Inhuman Deeds lead, you can run a Resurrected Warrior team, actually, once again. I'm not trying to do this on purpose, where I keep running Resurrected Warrior teams. Like, I'm not constantly trying to use both LR Brolys, like, all the time. But, I mean, if you do have the opportunity to run a better team, and if you do have the opportunity to run the LR Brolys, especially the Easy A Strength one, then I highly and strongly advise that you take that opportunity and use them, because they are very, very good. But yeah, I mean, you know, a team must be good if I'm suggesting you to take the alternative instead of the actual team. And as I said, if you do have, as I said, I'm not trying to put both LR Brolys on every single team we take in this, but as I said, if you do have the opportunity to use them, use them. There's a reason why I keep using them, especially the strength one, because he's just that good. Like, if there's hybrids and pure enemies, hybrids and pure Saiyan enemies, and also if there's a Goku's family enemy, yes, he'll be doing a bit extra, which is fantastic. But for the most part, he's doing great damage. He has the built-in additional. He's AoEing. If you have dupes, he's AO active. We don't even need to take any damage this turn. Ah, I should have fixed the rotation though. Shit. Okay, never mind. We roll. We're fine. But yeah, he will AoE with the additional. If you have dupes in him, you get another additional, which means he'll AoE anyway. Maybe if you don't get his 18 key, you'll hit a 12 key, you'll hit the AoE, you'll get built an additional, you'll AoE again. If RNG is in your favor, you'll get another additional and you'll AoE everything again. I mean, there's a reason, I mean, there's quite an obvious reason as to why we keep taking the LR Brolys. Like, they're just so good here. They're so good in SBR. But if I'm being completely honest, it's probably actually better that you run this as an alternative, as I said, compared to running damn, what are they called again? See, this is how good I think they are. I forget their name. But yeah, I mean, taking a Resurrected Warriors / Inhuman Steed team. No, this isn't even Resurrected. Is this Resurrected Warriors? Oh, I'm dumb. This isn't Resurrected. Gosh, no, this isn't Resurrected Warriors. This is Planetary Destruction. You can't actually run Resurrected Warriors. You're 1 unit short. I mean, you could run it and risk it of like one of the fat boos, but I probably wouldn't. But yeah, we're not running Resurrected Warriors. That is very silly of me. We are of course running. Well, I forgot it again. I've literally just. There's something wrong with me. There generally must be something wrong with me. What team are we running? Planetary Destruction. That's the one. Bang, there we go. Finally, I spat it out. But yeah, I'd highly advise you take the Planetary Destruction team instead. Of course, you can run a... especially if you don't have the Broly, if you do have the LR Vegeta and Nappa instead, of course, you can run them as a lead and then take a Broly friend. But yeah, I'd probably highly advise you taking a Planetary Destruction Inhuman Deeds team where you run dual Brolys, because it just works a lot better. Running dual Brolys over dual like Vegeta and Nappas is just a lot better. Like, as I said, I'm one of those people who fall into the category of forgetting about, you know, the Dokkan Fest Broly from Saiyan Day. He's very good, like very, very good, and his category is good as well, which is like a bonus. Put Golden Frieza in the middle so we can tank. But that's another thing, like if there is obviously like pure hybrid Saiyans, all those type of things, obviously Broly will shine a bit more. Even if there isn't, he has damage reduction, which is great, which is highly useful for some like in an event like this. So that's something you obviously want to be taking advantage of. Not to mention as well, again, I don't mean to keep having them on the team, but as I said, if you can have them on the team in most teams you're taking in these stages, then take them. It means you can run both LR Brolys, the Easy A one and the Tech one together again. Yes, we took a bit of damage there, but that was with type disadvantage and on a super, but even then, guess what? We didn't die. So yeah, as I said, but like, I'm not trying to constantly take these guys, but if you do have the opportunity to keep taking them, then guess what? Take them. Because they are amazing. So why wouldn't you take them? But yeah, not to mention, it's just the Planetary Destruction team is just a very good team to take, because there's just a lot of good units on here. Yes, again, you can take them on Inhuman Deeds because they go on that category as well, but this just seems like a better fit, or a tighter knit team, than taking like an Inhuman Deeds team with LR Vegeta and Nappa. Like, we've got, of course, both LR Brolys on here, which, I mean, now what, this is the third video of one of the new SBR stages. They've been putting in absolute work, especially the Easy A strength one, who's just amazing. You know, we've got full power LR Frieza here, which, even though there isn't Goku enemies here, so we won't be hitting 6 milli crits, we are still facing all super type enemies, which means he'll be getting a bonus attack plus 100%. Not to mention, most of the time you don't end up going past like turn, like you don't even get up to turn 10 half the time. So you don't even need to worry about, you know, half the time Frieza like losing his additional attack and defense plus 100% that he ends up getting. So that's a huge plus you can take advantage of. On top of, as I said, he's getting a bonus attack plus 50% off because we're facing superclass enemies at all times. On top of his passive, while it isn't overly useful here because you can't fully take advantage of his stacking regardless of his 18 with defense, 12 with raising his attack, even if you are getting like the 18 or 12 off, if you're getting the built-in additional off as well, I mean, regardless, it's still kind of like a nice cherry on top of his attack is increasing, his defense is also increasing. Well, of course, I said with it being like a short event, you can't really take advantage of it. But as I said, it's kind of like the cherry on top, the sprinkle. So there's that. You've got an amazing unit in Golden, Easy A Golden Frieza, who's just, I mean, you saw there, literally took double digits on 2 supers. Yes, there's an item active, granted, but main point being damage reduction. His Dokkan Fest Broly, as I said, fantastic unit. So, I mean, even if you do have, as I said in the beginning of the video, even if you do have the LR Vegeta and Nappa, you're probably better off just not using them and running this instead. Again, if you don't actually have the Broly, then of course you probably want to use them or need to use them. But if you do have the Broly, and even if you do have LR Vegeta and Nappa, just take the dual Brolys instead. Run the Planetary Destruction team instead. The Inhuman Deeds Planetary Destruction team specifically. It'll probably just work a lot better than for you, and just dual Brolys is just better than dual LR Vegeta and Nappas, just 100%. I mean, if you don't believe me, I mean, you're literally seeing it on the video right now. We're kind of walking this right now. That's mainly because of the 2 guys that we keep taking, which again, I'm not doing on purpose, which is both LR Brolys. They're just amazing in SBR. They do so much damage. They have built-in additionals. Strength 1 has AoEs and additionals. If things take a little bit longer than you want them to, the Tech 1 has his active where you're guaranteed to get 24 ki and then hit like a 6 milli attack stat. Like, yeah, I mean, even this one, multiple attacks. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. And then not to mention this Easy Attack Frieza is amazing. Like, he's great. He is great. And just because I don't want to risk it and we don't need to heal, I'm going to have the damage reduction just to be safe. You never know what can happen. But like, yeah, the Easy Attack Frieza is great. Raises attack and defense on super. So he kind of stacks it, but of course you don't really, because every time he transforms, until you, as soon as you hit Golden, you don't stack anymore. But it kind of adds on to his attack and defense. You're getting health every time he comes back and transforms. You get more health back as well. So, I mean, yeah. And I mean, he does extra damage against super type enemies. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, this team is, as I said, it's probably a lot better to run than a full, or like a normal, just Inhuman Deeds team with Vegeta and Nappa. And we are done. I have to say, that was incredibly easy. Incredibly easy. Just because you've got such huge heavy hitters on this team. I said both Brolys, even the Dokkan Fest Broly. You've got the AGL LR Full Power Frieza from 350 mil. Even the Tech Easy A Frieza. I mean, there you go. There's your alternative. I mean, if you do take the full Inhuman Deeds team, like with LR Vegeta and Nappa, you've got a lot of options in terms of units, but you have the ones that I've just used, take them. It's just, it'll be so much easier. But let me know down in the comments how you're getting on with the new SBR stages and what teams you're taking, I guess. I want to gauge your opinion, see what you're using. And if you found this useful, I said, don't forget, like I said earlier, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next video, guys, and push.